In my creative bubble, it seems everyone is talking about AI and creativity. Whether it be videos, podcasts.
Today we're going to be talking about AI and how it affects creators, how we would like it to affect creators.
Or just online, it seems as though AI is taking over. It got me thinking, will AI ever be able to compare to a creative person like me, an everyday street photographer? So I thought I'd try and put it to the test. Step number 1, I need to find 5 different types of street photography. By this I mean things like architecture or portraits or night shots, those kind of things. Step number 2, I'm going to drop some keywords into DALL-E and I'm going to do this a few times just to give it a fighting chance because I want the AI to have the best chance possible. I'm going to take the 5 best images, one for each category, I'm going to keep them aside. Step number 3 is really easy. I'm going to take those 5 categories, I'm going to dig through my Lightroom catalogue and I'm going to find 5 images, one to match each one. And then step number 4, I'm going to pit them off against each other. I've got a photographer friend in mind who I'm going to get to judge between the images. He won't even know that some of the images are AI. I'm just going to tell him that they're photos. See what happens. So now it was time to put the plan into action. I thought about it overnight and decided on 5 photo sets to test the AI. See now, I want to win, but I don't want the AI to not put up a fight. I'm pretty new to DALL-E and AI, but I gave it my best shot. It took me a few attempts, but I started to get some photos that I actually thought were kind of cool. I was surprised at the quality of them, to be honest. And at this point, I was kind of getting a bit worried that some of these were actually really good images. Don't get me wrong, there were some bad ones, but I mean, I take bad photos sometimes too. And then it was just a case of sitting down in Lightroom, popping on a preset and cutting them 4x5. I didn't want to do too much because, well, I don't want to give the game away, but at the same time, I kind of was interested to see what you could do with them. Okay, so I think I've got my images down. It was actually really hard to pick them because he knows my stuff, so I've had to pick stuff that I haven't already posted or made a big deal out of or shown him directly. So it was actually a little bit harder than I thought, but I think, I don't know, maybe he'll pick the wrong ones. If AI wins, then, I mean, I don't know, suddenly very nervous. Hello mate, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. All
Good. I've got some photos to show you. So I've been on a little street shoot and I just want you to just pick your favourite.
There's no right or wrong answers.
There is no right or wrong answers, I promise. So set 1 is architecture, buildings, lookups, that kind of thing, okay?
All right, cool.
So which is your favourite one of those?
We're going to have to go for number 1. I like the moody edit.
Yeah, it's that moody vibe.
I'm going to have to go for number 1 again because I quite like the lines in the background as well.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go for number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
I do like number 1. I think there's quite a close one. They're very different vibes though.
Really foggy a few weeks ago, so I went out and shot, and these were the 2 that came out.
Oh. So I think this would very much depend on what mood I'm in the day. Do I want like spooky vibes or kind of Blade Runner-y kind of? Number 1, because it's a bit cleaner. Number 2, I think would have been if it wasn't for the cars on the side. Not to criticise your composition too much. But...
no, criticise away. It's good. So number 1 for that one.
Number 1's banging. Yeah, I do like number 1. I'm gonna have to go for number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not like the easiest choices, right? Because they're all right photos.
Yeah, none of them are bad photos.
I have told you a terrible lie.
Oh dear.
These images here, all of them were made by artificial intelligence. They're not actually.
Oh really?
Photos. Yeah.
It is bonkers. So I've only used it a little bit, and I've just basically put in random words and saw what just to see what comes out of it. But the fact that it's like rendered her hair and stuff, like there's like little strands and it has captured like the blown out highlights quite well. Obviously, you don't want blown out highlights, but it has captured that. So we need to stop posting to Instagram and just take photos and keep them offline.
I knew I was going to bring this to a film photographer. Well, they won't have my images because my images are on film. I'm sorry I lied to you.
That's all right.
You forgive me for lying.
I think this is the most interesting thing that I've stumbled across in a good while. This is an amazing idea.
It was a really cool idea, and I'm so glad I did it. The photos, they come out absolutely amazing, but I'm not quite out of a job yet. Can a street photographer be beaten by AI? Well, I think the best answer really comes from AI. I asked OpenAI's ChatGPT what it thought, which is kind of scary really, considering AI is talking about how creative AI can be. If all of this digital talk and AI and artificial intelligence and image creation in a digital world is too much for you, I'll link a video here. This is me building a film camera, going old school.